Welcome back to First Alert Forward. I'm Nathan Vickers. Tonight we're looking across the state at a proposal that could shape sports in St. Louis. Today in Kansas City, local officials started talks about a proposal to use $1.4 billion in public funds for a downtown ballpark as the Royals wind down their tenure at Kauffman Stadium. Under this proposal, Kansas City would pay $600 million of the cost of the stadium. Around $90 million of that is public infrastructure. Here's where St. Louis comes in. The state of Missouri would spend a total of $540 million from a variety of sources. It includes $15 million from the recently passed Show Me Sports Investment Act. It includes another $50 million in tax credits and $20 million from MoDOT for cost-share infrastructure programs. That means it's coming from the taxes you pay, too.
It doesn't just affect people in Kansas City, it affects people across Missouri. So I, think everybody in the state should be concerned about what's going on in Kansas City this week.
Neil DeMoss is one of the leading critics of taxpayer-funded stadiums. He's the author of Field of Schemes, a book that explores the increasingly expensive projects taxpayers have funded for professional sports teams around the country, despite warnings from economists that such deals rarely pay off for local governments as advertised.
The only thing that's changed is the dollar signs, right? 30 years ago, you're talking $200, $300 million, and now you're talking a couple billion.
So why do city and state governments continue to pursue these types of deals?
Yeah, that's the big question, right? Is why, despite all of the evidence that you are not ever going to see anything like the kind of money you're putting out coming back to your city, right? You might get something, but it's not going to be on the scale of billions of dollars. And I think there are a few reasons that seem to have been proven out. One is obviously team owners and sports leagues have a lot of lobbyists. Mostly it's the fact just the teams are relentless. The owners will keep coming back over and over again.
Just look at the Chiefs. When Jackson County voters rejected a sales tax extension for a football stadium, the team sought a funding deal with Kansas, agreeing to move the team across the state line.
Constantly times when team owners are rejected, right, and are turned down and said, no, sorry, we can't afford it this year. But they can just come back year after year after year.
It's a contentious topic in KC, too. A hearing this morning packed City Hall chambers. At one point, there was even a scuffle in the crowd. But the Royals say their deal with the city is one that will benefit the region, calling it an economic driver for downtown KC.
We are comfortable and very happy and very appreciative of what we've entered into with the city here. And we think the agreements are great. It's a great partnership between us and the city. We're going to continue on now with the state, and we look forward to getting this all wrapped up. We think it's a great project. It's a big economic development project when you combine the stadium, especially with Crown Center. We're thrilled with it and appreciate the partnership and think it's a very good deal all the way around. A great public-private partnership.
If you're a St. Louis taxpayer, you're looking at the state funds being used and saying, wait a minute, well, those are tax dollars coming from St. Louis too. What do you think the implications are for St. Louis?
It's exactly like, the situation for people in New York City when the Buffalo Bills got their $1 billion football stadium. Taxpayers in New York City were putting up, almost as much money towards that as taxpayers in Buffalo. So it's absolutely, people in St. Louis have a right to be upset that, they're going to be putting money into building a new stadium for the Royals. You have to be concerned that, the next time a St. Louis team is looking for something, they are going to say, well, we need equity with what the Royals got, right? Team owners do that all the time, right? They say, well, this is the new standard. And so this is what we should get. And, at that point, then you're looking at having to spend all the same amount of state money over again, plus local money if you're going to build a new stadium or renovate an old stadium.
Eventually, the Cardinals could seek a similar deal as the team looks to renovate Busch Stadium. In January, the DeWitt family hinted that they would consider seeking similar state funds. I think St. Louis and the Cardinals sort of take pride in Busch Stadium's funding, which I believe was 90% privately funded. You look at Busch Stadium and you look at the way Busch Stadium was funded, and you're saying this sets a precedent for whatever comes next in St. Louis, whether it's another baseball stadium years down the road or whether St. Louis is trying to build an NBA arena at some point. This just sets a different precedent.
If you count all the tax breaks and things like that, it's probably more like 2/3 private, 1/3 public for Busch Stadium. But that's still much better than most other cities, right? It wasn't, you can argue about whether it was a good deal, but it was certainly not a terrible deal. But again, yeah, you do need to worry about the fact that, at some point, the Cardinals are presumably going to come back and say, either we want a new stadium or we want upgrades, because every single team does. And if the standard isn't, well, last time you paid most of the money, so this time we want you to pay most of the money, but the standard is, well, the Royals just got a couple $1 billion, that's the new baseline. It really is just going to be very, very worrisome.